What are you doing laying in my spot? I'm Batman. I own this place. Hey! Psh! What are you doing? Psh, psh, psh. Up! You're in my spot, cat! I said, move it! Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
What's up, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys, and guess what? We are back at it again with another action figure review! And this time, we have Batman Arkham Knight. Ooh, scary. Okay, guys. Now you may have seen a review of this one. You may even own this figure, but I actually bought this figure sometime last month, and it's my first time owning this figure. Of course, he's from the based on the video game Arkham Knight, I believe. And he didn't come with any accessories. He just came with him. He just brought himself to the party. That's pretty much it. He didn't bring any beer. He didn't bring any food. He didn't bring any side dishes. He just came as is. But he did come with one thing, which was a batarang. I didn't really care for it. I mean, I actually do have batarangs from previous Batmans. If I zoom out right here, these are all my other Batmans that I own. We'll start over here. I did a review of all these Batmans. So, but this one right here, the Val Kilmer Batman from Batman Forever. This is the other version of Arkham Knight from the same video game, based on the same video game. Then over here we have from the DC Multiverse Batman, the Ben Affleck, the Baffleck, if I'm saying that correctly. And then one of my favorites, the classic Batman in the gray and blue. This is from the Dark Knight Returns. I apologize, he's a little dusty because he's been sitting on my shelf. So, today is about this guy right here, this Batman right here. We're going to go in and take a closer look at this Batman. His ears are a little bent, but we can always fix that. I did play the video game back in the day. Very, very cool video game. And they did a pretty good job. I would love to see a Batman in this kind of armor, man, because he looks awesome, dude. He's got some orange paint right here, which can rub off. I'm just going to use some force and just kind of use your fingernail and get the orange off right now. Why I didn't prepare ahead of time is beyond me, and to get this orange paint off, but nonetheless, it's no big deal. He got into a fight with one of the Joker's clowns. Okay, so let's go in close for a detailed look. I'll show you the articulation on this guy. I'll measure him. And then I brought out the other Batman so we can do some comparisons as well with this Batman. Now, I don't do too many reviews of DC figures on my channel simply because DC doesn't really put out awesome figures. Well, they do, but you know, you got Marvel that kicks out, you know, an action figure, seems like every single freaking day, guys. It's so hard to keep up with Marvel because they do such an amazing job, whether it's Hasbro or Diamond Select or whatever the case may be. So, very, very, very nice, man. I really like this. He kind of has, this Batman kind of has like a classic look to him, and also he has like an armored look to him as well, man. I definitely would love to see this Batman be brought to life in the movies, man. He is really, really, really awesome, and he's a very, very tall Batman too. So let's check out his articulation. You can get his arms to go out that much. His shoulder pads are very, very articulated. He does have breaks here at the upper bicep. His arms do go in that much. He does have a break here at the upper torso. Pretty good. Excuse me. Shame on you, Batman. Shame on you. He does have a waist swivel. His legs are on a ball joint. They can kick up about that much. Knee bend. He does have double jointed knees. Look at that. Not bad for an older figure. So that's pretty nice for an older figure for Batman. He's got paint on him as well. He's got some white. Oh no, wait, that's a part of his wardrobe. The silver pieces right there. Nice ankle pivoting movement. It's not hindered by his wardrobe, which goes down in there, kind of goes over his armor. That's pretty nice. Same thing with this foot. Nice articulation for this Batman, and he's not heavy, but he does have some nice weight to him, guys. His cape is made of a rubber. Has it got some blemishes here on this Batman? Jeez. A nice heavy rubber cape. I actually do like it. I actually don't mind it at all. You know, same thing with this Dark Knight Batman. This one's a more heavier, like stiff, solid rubber. More like a rubber plastic for this Dark Knight. I wouldn't mind them giving us a cloth cape. This Batman right here, he has a nice cloth cape from the multiverse, the Batflick. I don't know if anybody's used that before. I'm pretty sure I've heard it before. That's why I'm saying it. But this is how they measure up. You can see how big this Batman is compared to the Batflick. I still like this Batman, even though he's pretty much outdated, but I still do like this Batman. He made an appearance in my little short movie that I made, Batman versus Predator versus Terminator. If you guys didn't see that, check it out. It's somewhere on my YouTube page. So he was very good in my little short story. So here's Arkham Knight with the other Arkham Knight. And he's a little dusty too. You have to apologize. I just took him off the shelf. And I really like this Arkham Knight. Why this Arkham Knight doesn't get the praise that it deserves is beyond me. Because he's a very awesome Arkham Knight. A little bit shorter than this Batman. So if you guys didn't see a review of this, check it out. And then here is the Batman with the Val Kilmer Batman. It's amazing, guys, that this Batman right here has a better face sculpt than the Val Kilmer Batman from Batman Forever, which kind of blows. I think this is made by Mattel. So Mattel does the same thing. Is popular, of course. Their main what am I looking for? Main bucket of gold or pot of gold, whatever you want to call it, is Barbie. So yeah, Barbie. The same people who brought you Barbie is the same people who brought you this Batman right here. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but from what I hear McFarlane is taking over the Batman license, and so hopefully McFarlane can bring us some cool Batman figures like this Batman right here, which I think he's one of the best Batmans I think I've ever seen brought to you in plastic form, or in action figure form, should I say. So he's definitely one of the best Batmans in my collection, that's for sure. So I've always liked this Batman. I've always wanted to get him, and that's one of the main reasons why I bought him loose, because his Batman is, well, he's not pricey, but, you know, if you don't mind paying $30, $40 for a Batman figure, and I've seen him go for much more as well, then this one is, if you don't mind paying that much, then this Batman is for you. And I highly recommend him, because the detail on this Batman is very nice, man. The boots, the cape, everything about him is pretty awesome. Okay, so let me measure. And I actually got this Batman for under 20. So if you can find this Batman for under 20, I suggest picking him up, because that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so let's measure this Batman. As you can see, he's pretty much taller than all these other Batmans that you see standing next to him. So this Batman, Arkham Knight, stands all the way up to his ears, and we're counting up to his ears. He's just under 7.5 inches, guys. Up to his head, he's just a little bit over 7 inches, but we're at his ears, so we're measuring him at his ears. So it's about 7.5 inches, give or take. And here is the Batman with the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is more huskier than this Batman, of course, but he's still one of my favorites. Probably my least favorite out of all these Batmans would probably be, I would have to say, the Val Kilmer Batman. It's kind of a disappointment, even though I do have a fondness for the Batman Forever movie, and I do like Val Kilmer as Batman. I wish he would have gotten another shot at Batman, but he's one of my least favorites, next to Affleck right here. Affleck did a good job, but as far as this action figure, no. And then I think it would have to be between the Dark Knight and Arkham Knight over there, coming in second place. But I think this Batman kind of takes the cake. He takes the cake. This Batman takes the bat cake. Okay, guys, let me give you my rating. I've been yapping and going on too much, too long. I have a tendency of doing that. So if you guys are still around, thanks for watching. And also, he's pretty good at standing too, because his cape can act like a third leg. So he's kind of a tripod. Okay, so let me give you my rating of this Batman. I think he's really, really, really awesome, guys. I think if you don't own this figure, which you should, if you don't collect DC figures, I think you're a Batman fan, because I think we all are Batman fans. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Batman. But if you're looking to buy a Batman figure, I think this is the one you should get and add to your collection, because he's definitely worth it. Articulation is pretty good on this figure. You know, for an older figure, I believe he's about 4 or 5 years old. Could be older. But I definitely do think he's one of the best Batmans ever produced. And there are a lot of good Batman action figures out there, but he's like one of the coolest Batman figures out there. So I suggest picking him up, guys, if you don't own this figure. I definitely recommend him. And did I rate him yet? I don't think I rate him. On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, I'm going to give this guy a solid 9. Because I think he's that cool, man. I think he's really, really nicely done. Everything about him is pretty awesome. And I highly recommend this Batman. I definitely do think you should pick him up, guys. So we'll go ahead and leave it at that. Tell me what you guys think of this Batman. Do you like him? Do you own him? Do you want to pick him up? If you do own him, let me know how you feel about him. And do you guys know of any other cooler Batman action figures out there that you like, or that you want to get, or that you have in your collection that you want to recommend me? Leave it in the comments. And we'll go ahead and leave it at that, guys. This was my little review of Batman Arkham Knight. And there you guys have it. So if you like this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to receive more cool, awesome reviews like this. And there you guys have it. Just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!